Hey everybody. I don't know if anyone is seeing this right now. Oh, I have the wrong banner up for one. Let me change that quickly. Where'd it go? There we go. So everybody, I apologize that I am late. I don't think anybody's on right now, to be honest with you. Anyway, basically, I am in the middle of a painting for Comics Curing Cancer, and that's how it's going right there. See if I can figure out a way to prop this up. So I am actually live on Brian LCS's channel, his stream, I should say, right now, painting. And I just wanted to give you an update of how it's going. Again, I think pretty much everybody who usually watches my show is on that show right now. Okay, it'd been great if I could have figured this out ahead of time, huh? Oh well. So basically, Brian had asked a few artists. Ooh, that's not good. Asked a few artists to come on, and I am one of them. And I am in the middle of painting a Spider-Man to somebody could, I believe, purchase or auction. I don't know exactly how they're doing it for charity. So rather than doing a regular show, you're going to see me continue here. Hi, Neil. Neil, can you hear me? Oh, you know what? I hadn't planned that out. I thought I was doing it all through Brian, but yeah, yeah, you got you, yeah. Fantastic Comics and Art, yeah, yeah. Look me up. Mm-hmm. Thank you, thank you. Hey, how? Just out of curiosity, maybe I'm late to the party. How do we go about making a donation? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely have to jump on that. I it's kind of caught up on me, to be honest with you. Um, One thing I don't know if I work for a big company, so what I intend to do is when I make my donation, just as a brain teaser, I guess for anybody else, I'm actually going to just get a copy of the receipt and see if my company will at least match it. Yeah, a lot of bigger. Good. Yeah. Okay, Neil, I'm gonna skip over to my phone here. So let me see. Oh, hey J80, doing just a little bit of artwork today. I don't know if were you on Brian's stream? Do you know what's going on? All right, hold on. I'm gonna see if there's a way I can switch this to my phone just so that you guys get a better view of what I'm working on here. If oh, let's see here. If you lose me, oh, okay. So let me click over here and then I'll explain. Okay. Oh, hold on. I got to mute my iPad here. Let me do this. I'm going to get out of my iPad entirely. There we go. Hold on. There we go. All right. So I didn't get out of it. I just kind of switched it up. You have two screens now. Two screens. I can hear myself, which is going to annoy the hell out of me. So I should just get out of that here. Okay. And good. They didn't crash. Everybody still hear me? Okay, just give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Okay, hold on. Yes, okay. Great. So basically, Brian had invited me to take part in Comics Curing Cancer. He's I think Rob Fatstacks, if I'm not mistaken, is the kind of mastermind on this, where basically there's a series of auctions and items up for sale that where the proceeds will go to the American Cancer Society. I don't have any of that information, unfortunately. I know that Neil, you said that that Brian had it up. Do you have a way of putting it up here just so J80 or anybody else who jumps in can see it? So basically, Brian had asked me to go ahead and create some artwork for his auction. I didn't know I was going to be the only one doing this live because I would have planned a little bit better. So today's show's a little bit different. I'm not going to do too much comic talk, I guess. I'm going to kind of wrap up this painting, which is, I guess you could say, for sale with a donation. I don't know exactly how we're doing that. I'll have to work that out with Brian. I didn't really go into any of that. But yeah, if this is something that you want, certainly let me know. I don't have any pricing or anything like that in mind. But we'll figure something out, I guess. I'm kind of, I think, halfway into it. I'm kind of getting to that point where I'm kind of sick of looking at it at the same time. So, if you were looking for normal comic chat today, I'm going to say you're probably not going to like my show today. In fact, I might just kick out of it a little bit early to be fair. But, and yes, I know I started late. But yeah, it's Comics Curing Cancer. Again, they're doing I think they hit, hey, where'd you get that? How are you? I could be mistaken, but I think that I know Brian's channel hit their goal for the donations. And I think they're now, like, they exceeded, again, don't quote me on this, but I believe they exceeded the goal that they had in mind for the whole fundraiser, which I believe was 10,000, and now they're trying to do 20,000, which I think they're doing this all weekend. But yeah, I'm apologies. I don't have all of the details. Again, I kind of was just coming on as a guest artist, so I don't know. But if you guys like these things where I'm just kind of doing art, maybe I'll figure out how to integrate that into the regular show. I kind of feel a certain way, I'll be honest with you. I was very nervous about doing this, especially live. I've been working mostly digitally for the past year or so, just because it's a lot easier. Hey, Trev. Hey, I saw you won something on Brian's show. Congratulations. I don't recall what it was. I was kind of busy here. Ooh, that's too dark. Yeah, saying oof, I'm screwing that up. Let me fix this quickly. Yeah, I've been working mostly digitally for the past year because it's more economical for one. It's better on space, and look, it's quicker, easier. It allows for a lot of correction. You could do a lot of cool things that would probably take a lot of time, money, and training to do otherwise. And I've enjoyed the digital. I'll be honest with you, I've been wanting to get back into regular painting like this. So this is helping me out as well. It's just, again, it's a matter of money and storage. Even I had intended to do a watercolor this morning, not realizing I was out of watercolor paper. So that's no bueno. So what I'll do is I didn't do any purchases this week. I'll save all of that for next week. I tried to post a link, but it did not go in. I don't know why. Hey, White Mojo Wolf. I almost called you White Wolf Mojo. You know how many times I couldn't find your channel? because I've typed it in wrong like that. But I will learn at some point. What was I going to say? Hold on. Yeah, so big props to Brian, by the way, for uh, you know, hitting his goal for comics curing cancer, and I think Rob Fat Stacks for organizing it. I don't believe he's the original creator, from what they were saying. I'm unaware of the gentleman who was, but hey, look, anytime you can donate your time, energy, or whatnot to, you know, helping a worthy charity, a worthy thing like that, God bless you, and I'm all for it. You know, I've often said it's kind of funny that we read and listen to these um, books and we see these movies about superheroes, you know, people saving lives. But when you can, in my opinion at least, turn around and convert that into some, what I like to call real world goodness, that's just amazing, you know. Ooh, went a little too much with that there. I'm not liking this left side. I'm not going to lie to you. I have to remind myself of the light source, I guess. Here too, I still have to work on. It was funny. Madam was on that feed as well, and she was saying, "Hey, what's your plan?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't have one. That's been the story of my life. What plan?" Have you guys been tuning into any of the other feeds or streams for Comics Curing Cancer? Hey, Durs. I quit watching news because they focus on the negative. Same here. I'll let you guys in on something. We're just talking about the news. So I am 43 years old, right? About, I can't do math, so I'm going to say about 15 years ago or so, I ran for office, public office in my town. I was running for councilman, and I got a firsthand um, education, I guess you could say, in how screwed up the media actually is. And while I'm not going to say too much, I guess, in that respect, I'll say this: you know, there's a lot of people who are protected, I think, by bigger companies, bigger news outlets, and trying to figure out the best way to say it. I definitely have an agenda, at least in my opinion. And yeah, it's just kind of shocking what they get away with. Yeah, 43, born in 1979. Yeah, I was trying to cover up the red in his eye reflection, but now I'm kind of liking it. What do you guys think? Yeah, they always are listening. Yeah. Chad will tell you about that one. Chad is going to be back soon, by the way. I know I've been saying that a while, but you know how content creation is. Sometimes you have the time to do a lot, and sometimes you don't. And when Chad comes back, it's going to be something special. We're not going to make it just like a little kind of one-off type of thing. Reminds me of the Gotham show. I don't know what that is. Oh, you mean on Fox? Yeah, they're all playing. Reminds me of the Gotham, like the Fox Batman show they had for a little while. I watched, I think, 2 seasons of that. It kind of was getting to me, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm going to kind of correct his head a little bit here. Ideally, I have to chop here and add a little bit here. I don't think I have met Chad yet. I think that was before I found your channel. Uh, Durs, I would say you're at an advantage then. Chad is a terrible, terrible person that some people seem to like. But I would encourage you to go back and take a look. There's a video that I've called "Worst Video I've Ever Made" or "Worst Video Ever," and I was informed that actually people enjoyed it. So figure that one out. All right, did I add too much there? I don't think so. Maybe a little bit. Okay. See, I feel like I'm getting to the point where if I keep doing more, no, I understand, Neil. Um, I'm kind of at the point where if I do more, I feel like I might be doing more harm than good. Yeah, I have to cut that whole part I just did out. Ugh. Yeah, and Neil, I'll say this: we visited my dad and my stepmom last week, and they don't live far away, but just with everything going on, especially with the baby, it's harder to get to see everybody, and for some reason, people don't want to come and visit us. It seems. Um, yeah, I really got to go heavy on that. And my stepmother had lost one of her brothers at an early age, probably close to 20 years ago at this point, um, to leukemia. And leukemia in adults is very deadly. Um, it's not ideal for anybody, but from what I understand, it's worse when you're an adult. Unfortunately, he passed away. And when I said, American Cancer Society, she's like, well, I don't donate to them for, whatever reason. But, look, if you just want some good artwork or artwork, why don't we say? Good is kind of subjective. Uh, there you go. And again, it'll go towards something. I know I really went with the hard sell there. See you, Trev. UFC is on right now. I haven't watched UFC in a while. I stopped watching it because I'm on the East Coast and they're on the West Coast. So when they started their matches, it was like 10, 11 o'clock. And I was kind of like, I hardly ever made it to the very end. I would pass out. And look, you're spending $70 or so. At least you were at the time. I was at the time, I should say, to watch UFC, to watch about, pay-per-view. I was like, yeah, I unfortunately I just can't stay up long enough to see it. And then I know in a couple months or so it's replayed for free. But yeah, that's what that's all about. Yeah, I feel like I'm just screwing up more. I have to do something here. Okay. I need a new brush because I have to do a little bit of wetting out over here. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is done? Again, I know I have to do some cleanup work and maybe I'll do something interesting for the background. Okay, hold on. Trying to look at it on the screen here too, just to get a better idea. Getting texts in the meantime. Yes, my wife chimed in. It feels like she's watching Bob Ross. Yeah, I just have to fix up this area, I think, a little bit here. And let's draw a tree. Yes, my wife is making some jokes. Yeah, usually, as you guys know, I'm usually upstairs. I like to do my streams in the morning with my family, but paint around a kid, oh, there's paint around a baby's probably not a great idea. Okay, I definitely have to try to clean this up a little bit here. Yep, happy little web indeed. I do have to add some kind of background. Maybe I'll just cover that up. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Does this look done to you? I'm kind of on the fence. Just adding just kind of a wash here to fill in some space. Do you use paint or do you use other things, pens, pencils, and whatever? Neil, for a while, for the past year or so, I should say, I've been doing strictly digital. Um, this is something a little special for Brian's fundraiser for Comics Curing Cancer. I should say Brian's fundraiser, but Brian invited me. Um, I have done painting. I used to do a lot of watercolor. Um, but to be honest with you, this is more of a method that I've been wanting to get back into. It's just been expense. Like I actually was planning to do a watercolor this morning, and I quickly realized right before I was supposed to go live, because I was late to Brian's as well, that I was out. I was out of a lot of paint. Like even I couldn't find my gouache this morning. Usually you put some white in, like a white layer down. It just helps everything kind of pop a little bit more. And yeah, I couldn't find it. So it was just like, you know what? Screw it. We got to jump on. And I'm glad I'm dead. I was surprised I was the only one doing something live. I thought there were some other artists involved. Madam, especially Madam, is an amazing artist, and Namen. Um, and I didn't know I was the only one going live with it, because I wouldn't. I was very nervous about doing this. I'll be honest with you, live. Yeah, I mean, Neil, I got to tell you, it's Ruizing the White Wolf, White Mojo. You made my day. um, yeah, Neil, it's something that it took me a while to do. I could tell you that once I found the right program, I've been using Procreate. Um, yeah, it works great, and it does take some getting used to. Yeah, I don't know Ibsis, but yeah, I have a iPad Pro. I have the 12 and a half. It's my second one. The first one kind of conked out, and luckily the good people at Apple replaced it for a fraction of the cost. Yeah, I mean, that's my preferred way to do it. I like it because it's quick. You save money, you save on space, which I have a small house, so that kind of helps out. And yeah, I mean, you could do corrections, a lot better. Of course, you miss the feel and the look of actual paint strokes. You could only simulate those so much. What I should do is I should probably try to go a little bit darker in the corner here with my wash, just so it kind of matches the light source of the piece. If I'm in danger of doing too much, you guys let me know, because yeah, I tend to do that. So yeah, the only acquisition I'll say that I did have this week, I was starting to say I didn't have any purchases. Big shout out to, I don't think he's here right now, but Paul from Psychedelic gifted me issue of Amazing Spider-Man. I don't have it in front of me. I'll have to show it off next week. Um, the issue where Reed Richards identifies, excuse me, that the black suit is a symbiote or symbiote if you're that Saturday Night Live actress whose name I don't know that was in the first Venom film. She might have been in the second. I didn't see it. I think she got killed in the first. I don't quite remember, so I don't think that counts as a spoiler. What do you guys think? I think I have too much water on my wash. Hey, Paul, I just gave you a little shout out. I don't know if you heard me here. I think I might be done. I do want to add a little bit of blue, I think, to it just to kind of offset it. Let me see if I could. Oh, whoops. Oh, well, okay. So luckily, didn't cause too much of a mess. But what do you guys think? Yeah, Paul, I'm not having my normal show today. Um, this is yeah, part of the Comics Curing Cancer event or fundraiser. I didn't work out how to purchase this, if you'd like, or how to do these things with Brian, but I'll have to reach out to him. He just sent me a message, but I didn't look over at it yet. So let me do this. I'm trying to get rid of some of these little water streaks. I'm afraid I might be overworking it. That's my only concern here. I do want to add a little bit of blue in it just to give it a little something. Heading out, it looks good. Thanks, Jada. Yeah, I'm going to wrap this up shortly as well. Like I said, I just want to add a little bit of blue. That's the only thing with doing a headshot is that, I mean, I personally like when I've purchased, I should say, sketch covers and stuff in the past. Or not sketch covers, I'm sorry, more busts. I do not like, personally, again, just my opinion, when they do just, maybe I won't do the blue, just the busts. I'm trying to put it on the side just to see how to look here. Let me do it up here, maybe. I don't know. Is that too? Yeah, that looks like it's too distracting. Okay. Why don't we just do this for now? Ooh, that kind of looks cool. What do you think of that? Just that little, I don't think you, yeah, you can kind of see that there. So I think the blue is actually helping me out here, and I kind of like the sweeping effect I'm just getting from the paper towel now. You just fix the top left corner. Oh, good. Look, Neil, I am just kind of going by the seat of my pants. So if there's something here that you think you have some constructive criticism that might help out the piece, you let me know. I won't be offended. You know, I know everybody here is respectful, so I'm not. I'm not going to sit down crying or nothing like that. I kind of like putting the blue here too, because even though it's just, let me see if I could go up higher with that. It kind of gives the illusion of the suit, in my opinion, at least, even though I'm not doing the full suit. Is that a good pop? Have this in the background, but the have have this in the background, but the red in the background for sure makes it. Oh, pop. There we go. Yeah, I think we're almost there, kids. Kids. Yeah. Just putting on the side to dilute it a little bit first, and I kind of want a little bit of water. That might be too dark there. That's all right. To me, art is about how the artist evolves to their own unique style. Okay. I've been saying that, uh, and I apologize for repeating myself. I know, Paul. I don't know if you heard me before. I've been using mostly digital for the past year. Um, I think the last thing I actually painted prior to going digital, I had made some ornaments just for some people in the community last year around the holidays, and yeah, that was the last time I had used paint. I made them on those wood rounds. I just got some from Amazon, and I have to tell you that was by far, I think, one of the most frustrating processes. Those wood rounds, only because what I didn't know, and I actually heard from uh, another artist after this that that's a problem. They tend to dry out very quickly, and when they do, it actually splits. So I was in the middle of making it, and I made like 15 of them. I have a whole I had a whole episode where I basically went through the process and I showed some of the before and afters. Yeah, if you're interested in checking that out, I would recommend. I didn't plan to talk about that, of course, but I would recommend that you go to the. Uh, can we have a vote? Let's think about some subtle gray shading. Actually, I was just going to add a little bit of white. Oh, it's not white yet. To the eye. Um, yeah, if you want, go to one of the playlists I have just about art, and you can see the stuff I made that was again around the holidays last year. I want to stop short of saying Christmas ornaments because I don't know if everybody was Catholic. Um, but yeah, I had made some stuff for some people in the community, and I was happy all but one got to where they were going, where they were supposed to go. It bums me out because the one that didn't get there was for Anthony Desiato, from My Comic Shop Country, My Comic Shop History, Superman aficionado. His was the only one that didn't arrive, and I was kind of like, does Mrs. Phil like it so far? I don't know if she's watching right now. She might have been putting the little guy to bed. Going digital, you tend to lose your unique style. I went from internet to cat and never was the same. Yeah, it is the same thing. Yeah, honey, if you're watching, just weigh in. Everybody's kind of curious. Oh, she was in the restroom. I could hear it now. I have to fix that now. And I've had these. I'll tell you something too. Like I've done stuff. Hope everyone's a great weekend. You too, Durs. Um, I've had things too where I'll think I'm finished, then I look at the end of the day, like even like the end of the night or a day later, and I'm like, oh, I have to do this part. Oh, fix that now. See? Thank you, Bill. Bill, do you prefer Bill or William? I'm sorry. I just kind of presumed. Ooh, I really have to lighten that up now. Hold on. Ooh, that's really not good. Okay. Yeah, I really got to fix this one. I got to wait until that area dries. But I got that gray. Okay. I'm gonna go over that eye. Okay, good. Thank you. I'm gonna go over that eye once that dries. But I think I'm kind of at the point where this is all I could pretty much do with it. I'm not quite sure. Let me see. I'm gonna try to call out to my wife here, so I'm gonna mute myself just for a second. It just occurred to me that yelling probably wasn't the right move, especially considering that the baby's trying to sleep. Gray in it. Yeah, no, I know, Neil. I gotta fix that up. I gotta wait for that to dry because I'm making that part worse. This part I'm happy with. It's just really that eye I gotta work on. We put a little bit more black on that too, but yeah. That's kind of like the thing that I've lost a little bit of patience, I guess you could say, with just manual painting because part of the thing going digital, oh, I messed up. I could go back and fix that quickly. Uh, Painting's like, okay, now you got to wait for it to dry. You literally have to wait for paint to dry. Ow, just cracked my back a little bit. Still waiting for my wife to weigh in. All right, hold on. I'm going to be right back. Honey, I don't know if you hear us. But people want to know what you think other than the eye that I have to fix on the left. Okay, I'm back. The wife is gonna look. She was out of the room. Yeah, still too wet to work on it. Yeah, no, Neil, I get it. I just I did not anticipate I had as much paint on the brush as I did, I guess. But I'm gonna work on that eye. Just trying to think if there's anything else that really needs to be added. I think the right side of the face needs fixing. I like the right side of the face, honey. By honey, of course, I mean my wife. I'm not calling you honey, Neil. I'm sorry. Let me see something here. I don't know. You guys think I should try it now? Let me see. I should point this out too. You're, of course, seeing this at an angle. Um, Let me try to see if I can straighten it out for the camera here. Neil says hello, honey. I don't think you can see the chat. All right, we're going to try it. My wife also says hi, and she confirms she can't see any messages. She's watching on our TV upstairs. Yeah. And I kind of like the way that eye looks, even more so than this one. So that's why I'm trying to add a little bit. See, my wife thinks that the bottom of the face has to be equally round. I'm trying to go for a different perspective, and I think that looks a little bit bigger because it's darker as well. But yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe if I just make the perspective a little bit more pronounced, that'll help it. Yeah, there is one thing I do want to touch on actually. Prefer the Spidey face with distinct black webbing, but the subtle shading goes with the style. Honey, if you want, you could come down and take a look. How about that? My wife's saying she can't really see it clearly. She's not going to go on camera. She's a little camera shy, but we have it set up. I have the doors right across from here, so she could see that. One thing I will kind of touch on that's comic wise, just part of what I was going to regularly talk about today. And, I was going to actually go out to the store and grab a cupcake for this. I'm kind of glad I didn't. I didn't anticipate really spilling over time wise. But today is the 1 year anniversary of my CBCS, my first CBCS submission. I have not received those comics yet. I have a prior video where I go into that. And yeah, I don't think that I'm going to be getting it in for at least another year. My wife's making a face. That means to suggest. I'm just looking. Do you want to say hi to everybody, honey?
Hi.
Do you want to go on camera or no?
That's okay. I have to check on the baby.
I'm going to end shortly just because I want time to let everything dry just to take a closer look. But I will be putting up a final picture of it once it's complete on my IG. That's what the kids call Instagram. And yeah, if you'd like, I will find out with Brian how we're working out as far as shipping, and if you want to purchase it. Again, the proceeds go to Comics Curing Cancer, to the American Cancer Society. So if you want an excuse to buy it, there you go. Or if you just like, hey, I just want to help out, well, you could do that too. I'm trying to see here. Adding a little bit of lightness here. Mrs. Phil did say about the right side of the face. Does she think the right side needs some subtle webbing on it? You mean like around here? Yeah, I kind of looking at that. I think I kind of think so. I was trying to do it more with shade and tone, but that's not working out as well. Maybe I'll just do it like that. I will check you out on IG. Thank you, Bill. I am, I think, going to wrap up our stream for today. I want to give this a chance to dry again, just so I could better assess it myself. And then, like I said, you always get a fresh perspective looking at this again. I will be live next week with our regular show. Maybe I might consider doing some sort of art stream in the future. You guys let me know. I think what Mojo Wolf or Trev said that sounds pretty cool. I forgot which one, or Durskit, I'm sorry. Um, but let me know. And like I said, I'll be putting this up on my IG when it's done. So look for that either later today or possibly tomorrow. And yeah, for more information on comics curing cancer, I recommend that you check out Brian LCS, Roscoe. I think is or not Roscoe. I'm sorry, Rob Fatstacks. I know is doing a lot of work with it. And yeah, they're doing a lot of different auctions and drawings and whatnot. I plan on making a small donation only because my not only to help out the cause, of course. You know, I don't really need more comics. Don't tell my wife I said that. But yeah, I can see if my company will do like a matching donation. If you work for a bigger company like I do, they tend to do that. But with that, enjoy the rest of your weekend. It seems like it's a nice one here in North Jersey. I got to get something to eat though. I'm starving. Only had a little bit of water so far today. That's no bueno, no good. But enjoy your day. Thanks for checking this out. Peace, love, and comics. Take care.